What's up YouTube, Capital G here, checking out what might be the sexiest Yu-Gi-Oh monster release in the entire 2018 year. I thought that award was easily going to go to my Bay Hextrude, or maybe even something like Backup Operator, but we got a new challenger who is coming for that title, coming for that throne. Check out this brand new Thunder Link monster, Kaminari Summer Vacation. I love the artwork on this card. I think that it is so magnificent. It reminds me very much of something like number 41, how this card is just, he's so relaxed, man. He's got the leopard skin tighty whities, he's got the snorkels and the sunglasses. This guy does not have a care in the world. He's like, look, just because I'm a thunder god doesn't mean that I don't need a vacation too. At first, I won't lie, I thought that Bobobo had kind of let himself go. I was like, damn, Bobobo, I guess you really stopped working out when the show ended, but you know, it's a totally different thing. And I actually thought that there was a legit possibility that this could have been a Weather Painter Link monster, just because it's got the thunderbolt shooting out and it has the cloud. I was like, okay, Weather Painter's obviously one of my decks, or a deck that I still actually enjoy playing, because Weather Painter Rainbow, just way too difficult to summon. But I digress, it is kind of just a Thunder Link monster, and it supports Thunder archetypes, and obviously Konami is pushing Thunder really hard in Soul Fusion, the set that this card is coming out, with obviously the brand new Thunder Dragon support, so I think the timing of it does actually make a lot of sense. So let's go ahead and break down Kaminari Summer Vacation. I wonder how badly this card is going to get censored in the TCG, man. They're gonna put him in some long jeans. They're gonna put a shirt on him. They're gonna just completely edit the card and censor the fuck out of it. Anyways, it's a Link to Light Thunder, 1600 attack. Bottom left, bottom right are the Link points. I think so far so good. Bottom left, bottom right is generally what you want out of a Link 2. We've seen it with so many of the Link Vrain cards. This guy's materials are 2 Thunder monsters, which is perfectly fine because it's supposed to be really for Thunder decks. And I mean, it has like, Kaminari is, you know, obviously like some type of god. I think that, what was it, Kaminari Attack was the old fusion monster way back in the day. Anyways, the effect says, once during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can discard 1 card, then target 1 non-link Thunder monster in your graveyard, special summon it to a zone this card points to. The reason that I think that it can't summon Link monsters back, even though, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, there aren't any like incredibly powerful Thunder Link monsters, is because they just wanted to make sure that this card could never really get out of hand if Konami happens to release, you know, a Firewall Dragon level Link monster and it just so happens to be Thunder. I don't think that they want you to be able to summon that back. I really don't think that that's kind of relevant here. So this is basically a Call of the Haunted built into a monster, but for Thunders. And as soon as I saw that, the number 1 card that instantly popped into my mind was Thunderclap Skywolf. If you guys don't know about this card, Thunderclap Skywolf is an excellent card. It's just never really seen a lot of play, because it has to be summoned back from the graveyard to get its effect, and that effect is legitimate. I mean, it's basically, where it is a Regeki, and it comes with a 2500 body. The problem is, there's never been a reliable way to get this motherfucker in the graveyard other than Foolish Burial before Flames of Destruction. If it was level 8, okay, maybe trade in shenanigans, maybe, but now that we have a Solar Battery Man, a lot of people have been playing decks where basically Thunderclap and Battery Solar Man are kind of like the hearts and souls of the deck, where you summon Solar, you Foolish Burial your copy of Thunderclap, and then you play one of your 5 billion Call of the Haunted, whether that be Call of the Haunted, Oasis of the Dragon Souls, Back to the Front, etc., whenever your opponent tries to commit, and you basically just blow them out. They can't effect Veiler you. If they have cards on the field, you know, well, unless they have to, well, if they have cards on the field, then they can't impermanence. It's really difficult for your opponent to actually stop that, and I think being able to reborn Thunderclap back is actually really good. Also, as long as you have a Thunder monster in your graveyard, you can discard the Thunderclap and you can summon the Thunderclap off of the discard, because you discard first and then you actually target the monster and then you summon it after, you know, all of that is basically gone through. Now, there are some other kind of like fringe plays that can be kind of decent. Your opponent activates Terraforming. Maybe you got a Thunder King Ryo in your graveyard. Ryo will be summoned first, and then you'll actually basically be able to negate the Thunder, or the Terraforming. And really, against Trickstars in general, like a card like Thunder King Ryo, which is so good. You can also summon the Thunderstrike Kaiju if you happen to summon that early, and then, I don't know, maybe you killed it somehow and then went to the graveyard. It could provide a big beater. I think that this card could actually be pretty decent in Thunder Dragons for a couple of reasons. Thunder Dragons, Not only would it open up some extra monster zones so that you could summon hypothetically both of your Thunder Dragon fusions, but really the reason that you'd want to summon your Thunder Dragons back from the graveyard is because they float when they leave the field to the graveyard. So if your opponent happens to get rid of them, not only can they float, but they provide pretty decent field presence. I mean, Bestial Thunder Dragon is a 2400 beater, so it's not the easiest thing for your opponent to kill. And then the Avian Thunder Dragon is a 22 defender, so I think that could be legitimate as well. I mean, I thought about something like Battery Man. People will point that out, but it's too slow for Battery Man. I'll just cut to the chase. For, like, you know, Thunder Dragons and stuff like that, it could work. And actually, one important thing to note, I forgot to mention this earlier, Photon Sanctuary, the tokens that you get from that are randomly Thunder. So you can activate Photon Sanctuary and you can instantly go into your Kaminari. So maybe you could start playing Photon Sanctuary in the Thunderclap deck. I mean, it didn't really have value before, but I think that it definitely does now. Now that deck does run Duality and Card of the Maya, so you got to kind of be careful with that. But being able to go into, you know, Kaminari for just one card, I think is actually kind of legitimate. So you guys let me know what you think. I feel like if Konami keeps supporting Thunder, that this card could get significantly better in the future, and I definitely want that, because I've said in the past there are some types in Yu-Gi-Oh like Thunder, and you know, some of the other ones like what's another one, Rock, like some of those just they're so malnourished at this point. It's like, why do they even exist? So I really want Thunder to succeed, and hopefully this card will get them there. Anyways, whatever you guys think, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.